latest media story is now the virus can be detected through a voice test. Why is that bad? Thank you for tuning in to Hard News TV4. I'm your host, Terry Lynn, and this is the channel where truth is like archaeology, and every day we're digging for it. Today is November 17th, 2020. Y'all, this is article number 1 out of my crazy top 10 today. Read the headline with me. CBS, Minnesota. New Mayo Clinic voice test could detect the virus. Why does that concern me? Let's go down to this. How much do our voices say about our health? Researchers at the Mayo Clinic have teamed up with a company specializing in artificial intelligence to find out. Okay, so let me show y'all why this concerns me. This is still going to be part of number 1. Voice recognition technology. In the description right here, it says voice recognition, also called speaker recognition or voice authentication, applies analysis of a person's voice to verify their identity. So now the powers that be say that they can detect if you have the virus based on your voice test. Y'all, voice recognition is how the U.S. military identifies terrorists and people on watch lists. Okay? Voice recognition, if they're listening on the phone, they're like, run a voice analysis. Is that the man that we're looking for? Yes, that's him. Okay? So now they could just off you by saying that you have the virus because you're on the list. They could pick you up. NDAA, indefinite detention. Tell your neighbors, oh, their voice recognition says that they had the virus. Well, they weren't showing any symptoms. Well, their voice told us that they had the virus. Do y'all see the implications in this? And who is holding all of our biometric information, including our voice recognition? Amazon, Jeff Bezos, DHS, CIA, FBI has moved all of our biometric information, Amazon recognition, to Amazon. Okay? So Amazon, that pays no taxes, is holding our biometrics that works for the government. And let me just throw this article in here for free to go in. This was going to be article number 9, but we will call it article number 2 now. Amazon launches online pharmacy prescription delivery. So Amazon, who works for the government, who is storing all of our voice recognition information, works for the government. Now the mainstream news comes out that our voice recognition can tell them if we have the virus. Amazon is building the cloud server for the government, and now Amazon is going to roll out a pharmacy service. Okay? Does that concern you? Let me show you elsewhere. 2014, Washington Post, which Jeff Bezos owns Washington Post. Smart pills with chips, cameras, and robotic parts raise legal concerns. FDA.gov, 2017, the FDA approves a pill with a sensor that digitally tracks if a patient is compliant with taking their medications. Okay? So Jeff Bezos now, who has all of our biometrics, including voice recognition, is now launching an online pharmacy prescription service, and smart pills with biometric technology has already been approved. Do y'all see some problems? Do y'all see some problems with the apparatus that is being put in place around us. So, I've told y'all this before about how to catch a wild hog in Louisiana. And I'm going to get to the top 10, but I just want to tell y'all so you can realize what's happening. To catch a wild hog that's eaten in your garden, one day you put up a fence panel on the left side. The next day that hog is coming out, he's going to chomp, 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 chomp. So the next day put a fence panel on the right side. That wild hog is going to come the next day oblivious, chomp, 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 because he has access to everything. He's getting his food. The next day put a back fence up. Next, connecting the side ones. The wild hog is going to come in, chomp, 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 chomp. While he's eating, chomp, chomp, oblivious to what's going on around him, drop that fourth fence around him and you done trapped the wild hog. Okay? The peripheral technology control apparatus is being put in place around Americans or around the world while nobody is paying attention. Connect the dots. Our intelligence community identifies their enemies by voice technology. Now, all of a sudden, a voice test can tell the powers that be if you have the virus. So, you won't be able to hide. You won't be able to fake your identity. You're going to talk and they're going to know who you are and can falsely label you as being COVID positive so that they can take you away to a quarantine center. Do y'all see a problem with some of this? Let's go on to article number 2. Well, we did article number 2. That was Jeff Bezos, Amazon. Let's go to article number 3. Article number 3, Amazon's Alexa, who works for the government and the CIA, can now guess what you want before you even ask for it. Wow, I'm leaving y'all links to all this. I'm trying to speed up, but wow. Wow. So now Jeff Bezos, who's building the Amazon biometric cloud for the government, their device that's been listening to you, that knows all your likes and wants and your thought patterns, can now tell you what you want before you even ask for it. Article number 4, next.gov, from yesterday. The Army-funded algorithm decodes brain signals. So now they're going to know what you're thinking. The algorithm is part of an effort to eventually establish a machine-brain interface. What Elon Musk is pushing for. And I just read today that he's probably about to become the second richest man in the world, skipping over Mark Zuckerberg. So that's probably DARPA funded. Article number 5 from yesterday, Vice. How the U.S. military buys location data from ordinary apps. Now remember, the Army has been enlisted, pardon the pun, to distribute the vaccine. Okay? Remember Trump said that the military was going to be distributing it? So they're going to know where your location is by your ordinary apps on your phone. A Muslim prayer app with over 98 million downloads is one of the apps connected to a wide-ranging supply chain that sends ordinary people's personal data to brokers, contractors, and the military. This is 1984 Brave New World, Logan's Run on steroids. The U.S. military is buying the granular movement data of people around the world harvested from innocuous seeming apps, Motherboard has learned. The most popular app among the group Motherboard analyzed connected to this sort of data sale is a Muslim prayer and Quran app that has more than 98 million downloads worldwide. Others include a Muslim dating app, a popular Craigslist app, an app for following storms, and a level app that can be used to help, for example, install shelves in a bedroom. So I'm going to leave y'all this, okay? U.S. Special Operations Command, a branch of the military tasked with counterterrorism, counterinsurgency. We are the virus. We are the enemy. And special reconnaissance bought access to locate X to assist on overseas special force ops. Okay? They are buying our information and knowing locations. The U.S. military, the same military that is now developing algorithms that can read your brain. So I guess when they pick you up and put you in a camp, they're going to know what you're thinking. Just like Alexa's technology is knowing what you're wanting before you ask for it. Y'all, we are getting into very perilous times. Article number 6. California considering statewide curfew amid the COVID-19 surge. I'm just showing y'all now some of the oppressive things that are still going on. This is from yesterday from Reuters. Philadelphia bans all indoor gatherings as the virus surges across the U.S. So they are cracking down on our movements, our thoughts, our movements, our socializations, what we eat. What the hell? CDC lists 26,557 heart attack patients as COVID deaths and lists 7,919 accidents and poisons as the virus deaths. Now, y'all, I call it the virus because if this was a real pandemic, would you have to fabricate the numbers to get a pandemic level? Would you have to fabricate what the causes of death was to exaggerate the cases of your pandemic? Article number, this is article number 9. This is from November 14th. We're in the apostasy. The U.S. is moving towards elimination of biblical worldview as a cornerstone of society. Okay? Studies are showing that America is post-Christian. American Christianity is undergoing a post-Christian reformation, with the nation's major Christian groups rapidly replacing traditional theological beliefs with Christian secular views. Okay, so this is what having a cool mega church pastor with tattoos all over him and nose piercings, who's leaving his wife and having affairs and got his foot up on the amp and jamming out on the guitar, acting cool like you, and the beer churches, the literal beer churches, the churches that are brewing their own beer to look more cool. This is where it has led to a post-Christian society. But we know Jesus said he could not come back until the apostasy took place. We are in the apostasy. And article number 10, Pfizer to start pilot delivery program for its COVID-19 vaccine in 4 states. So they're testing the pilot program to see where any problems might be in delivery of the virus vaccine. Pfizer has launched a pilot delivery program for its experimental virus vaccine in 4 states as the U.S. drug maker seeks to address distribution challenges facing its ultra-cold storage requirements. Pfizer vaccine, which is shown to be more than 90% effective in preventing the virus based on initial data, so it's going to prevent heart attacks and accidents and motorcycle wrecks that have been listed as COVID deaths. So Pfizer is going to be able to stop heart attacks and car wrecks. But anyway, it says we are hopeful that results from this virus delivery pilot program will serve as a model for the U.S. states and international governments as they prepare to implement the virus programs. It picked Rhode Island, Texas, New Mexico, and Tennessee for the program after taking into account their differences in overall size, diversity populations, immunization infrastructure, and the need to reach individuals in varied urban and rural settings. The 4 states will not receive the vaccine doses earlier than other states by virtue of the pilot, nor will they receive any differential consideration. So the company expects to have enough safety data on the virus from the ongoing large-scale late-stage trials 3rd week of November before proceeding to apply for emergency use authorization. So that's next week, the end of this week or next week. So I just wanted to bring y'all this. A new test can tell if you're going to be labeled as having the virus. So now it's no symptoms. Now it's no temperature. Now it's no aches and pains like a virus or the flu. Now they're going to tell you you have it by your voice. If you're on the enemies list, I'm sure your voice is going to convey that you have it, because this is U.S. intelligence PSYOP technology. Y'all please leave me your comments below and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.